If you take a vitamin D supplement, stop what you are doing.
I'm not kidding. I need you to go to your medicine cabinet or wherever you keep your vitamins.
Right now.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
Because there's a very high chance you're making a mistake that could be making your supplement useless, or worse. You might be throwing your money away, or even creating a problem you don't know about. You think you're doing something healthy, but the details matter more than you can imagine. Today, we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you the 4 biggest mistakes people make when taking vitamin D. We'll cover the basics you might have heard, but we'll also reveal the one secret that almost everyone gets wrong. This final mistake is the real game changer. So stick with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes will change how you supplement forever. Before we dive in, do me a favor and look at that bottle you just grabbed. Does it say D2 or D3? Let me know in the comments. Be honest. I'm genuinely curious how many of you have ever even noticed the difference. Your answer is the first clue on our journey today. This isn't about judgment. It's about getting smarter together. Let's get started.
So why does this matter so much?
Vitamin D isn't just another letter in the alphabet of vitamins. Many scientists now consider it a potent hormone, a master key that unlocks countless processes in your body. It's often called the sunshine hormone for a reason. Your body is designed to make it from sunlight. But for many of us, especially in certain climates or with indoor lifestyles, that's just not enough. Its influence is vast, touching nearly every system you rely on to feel your best. We're talking about a robust immune system that can fight off invaders. We're talking about a stable mood and fending off those low-energy blues. And of course, its most famous job, regulating calcium for strong bones and teeth. But here's the core thesis of this entire video, the one thing I want you to remember. Simply taking vitamin D is not enough. How you take it makes all the difference between powerful benefits and wasted effort. It's the difference between building a healthier you and just creating expensive urine. Today, we're going to build your personalized blueprint for taking vitamin D intelligently. All right, let's start with the first and most common mistake, the one you just checked on your bottle. You're choosing the wrong form of vitamin D entirely. You see, when you look at that label, you'll see either ergocalciferol, which is vitamin D2, or cholecalciferol, which is vitamin D3. To the average person, this sounds like complicated jargon, so it's easy to ignore. But it's not your fault you didn't know this. The supplement industry often thrives on this kind of confusion. Let's make it simple. Vitamin D2 is typically derived from plant sources, like mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light. Vitamin D3 is the form your own body produces when your skin is exposed to sunlight, and it's also sourced from animal products. Now, for decades, they were treated as if they were interchangeable. But modern research is incredibly clear on this. Study after study has shown that vitamin D3 is significantly more effective at raising and maintaining vitamin D levels in your blood. It's more potent, more stable, and more bioavailable. Here's the analogy I want you to use. Think of it this way. Vitamin D3 is like having a key that was made by the original locksmith for your body's specific lock. It slides in smoothly, turns perfectly, and opens the door every single time. Vitamin D2, on the other hand, is like a key that's been poorly copied at a hardware store. You might have to jiggle it, force it a little, and sometimes it just won't open the door at all. Research even suggests that in some cases, taking D2 can actually compete with and lower your levels of the more effective D3. So the first step is simple but non-negotiable. Look at your bottler. If it says vitamin D2 or ergocalciferol, you're using the copied key. It's time to upgrade to the master key, vitamin D3. But here's where it gets even more interesting and where we move beyond what most people talk about. Even if you're diligently taking the right form, D3, you could be making an even bigger, more critical mistake. You're likely taking a lonely nutrient, and that's where the real danger lies. This next part is what most people, and even many health videos, completely miss. This is the secret mistake that separates basic supplement users from those who are truly optimizing their health. Taking vitamin D3 by itself is like having a powerful new tool without reading the safety manual. Here's the deal. One of vitamin D3's primary jobs is to dramatically increase your body's ability to absorb calcium from your diet. And that sounds great, right? We all want strong bones. So you take your D3, your gut starts pulling in tons of calcium into your bloodstream, and you feel like you're winning. But here's the critical question. Once all that calcium is in your blood, where does it go? Your body needs a traffic controller, a navigation system to tell that calcium exactly where to get off. Without that guidance, the calcium can get deposited in all the wrong places. This is where vitamin K2 comes in. It's the single most important partner to vitamin D. Let's use a new analogy. If vitamin D3 is the bus that picks up calcium passengers from your gut and brings them into your bloodstream, vitamin K2 is the GPS that tells the bus driver exactly where to drop them off. The correct destination is your bones and your teeth. But without the K2 GPS, that bus driver is just cruising around, and the calcium passengers can get off in dangerous neighborhoods. We're talking about your arteries leading to calcification and stiffness. We're talking about your soft tissues like your kidneys or joints. Taking high doses of D3 without enough K2 is like sending a flood of construction materials to a building site with no foreman. You get chaos. You get materials piling up where they shouldn't be. This is why some people who take high-dose D3 alone report issues. The problem is not the D3 itself, but the lack of its essential partner. The goal isn't just to supplement, it's to supplement intelligently. So, mistake number 2 is taking a lonely nutrient. The solution is to ensure your vitamin D3 is always paired with its essential partner, vitamin K2. If this is the first time you're hearing about this D3 and K2 connection and a light bulb just went off for you, that's what this channel is all about. If you're someone who is committed to taking control of your health with science-backed information, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of health optimizers here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Okay, so you've switched to D3 and you're pairing it with K2. Fantastic! You're already ahead of most people. But now we have to address the how much question. And this is where the more is better mindset can get us into trouble. Let's do a quick self-assessment. How much are you taking? 1,000 IU? 5,000 IU? 10,000 IU? Are you just guessing or copying what a friend or an influencer does? This leads to the third major mistake, taking the wrong dose for your specific needs. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C, which your body flushes out if you take too much, your body stores excess vitamin D in your fat cells. This means it can build up over time. While true toxicity is rare, it is possible, and taking unnecessarily high doses for long periods is not a wise strategy. Think of it like watering a plant. You wouldn't just dump a gallon of water on a small succulent every single day, assuming that's good for it.
You'd cause root rot and kill it.
You give the plant the right amount of water it needs to thrive, based on its size and its environment.
Your body is the same.
We need to differentiate between two concepts, a therapeutic dose and a maintenance dose.
A therapeutic dose is a high amount prescribed by a doctor for a short period to correct a diagnosed deficiency. This is what you do when your blood work shows you are very low. A maintenance dose is a smaller daily amount you take to keep your levels in the optimal range once you're there. Blindly taking 10,000 IUs a day forever because you heard it was a good idea is like flooring the gas pedal in your car and never letting up. For many adults, a daily maintenance dose falls somewhere in the 1,000 to 4,000 IU range, but the only way to truly know what's right for you is to get tested. Ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. This gives you your baseline, your starting point. Supplementing without testing is like trying to navigate a new city without a map. We've arrived at our final mistake. And while it might seem simple compared to the others, ignoring it can significantly reduce the effectiveness of your expensive supplements. This is the mistake of wrong timing and poor absorption. As we've mentioned, vitamin D is fat-soluble. The clue is right there in the name. This means it doesn't dissolve in water, it dissolves in fat. The same is true for its partner, vitamin K. They need fat to be shuttled from your intestines into your bloodstream where they can get to work. So if you're taking your D3/K2 supplement first thing in the morning with a glass of water on an empty stomach, you are making a major absorption error. Here's the final analogy of the day, and it's a simple one. Trying to take vitamin D without fat is like trying to mail a fragile item without putting it in a box. The fat is the vehicle. It's the packaging that protects the nutrient and carries it safely through the mailing system of your digestive tract and into your circulation. Without that box, the item gets lost or damaged. Without fat, a significant portion of your vitamin D supplement may pass right through you without ever being absorbed. The solution is incredibly simple. Always, and I mean always, take your vitamin D and K2 supplement with a meal that contains some healthy fats. This doesn't have to be a huge, greasy meal. We're talking about a couple of eggs, some avocado on your toast, a handful of nuts or seeds, or a salad with olive oil dressing. By simply timing your supplement with a meal containing fat, you can dramatically increase its absorption and ensure you're getting the full benefit you paid for. Don't let this simple mistake undermine all your other efforts. So, with all of that, after navigating all these potential mistakes, what's the simple takeaway? How do you put all this information into practice without needing a PhD in nutrition? I want to give you a simple, memorable framework that summarizes everything we've learned. Let's put it all together in a tool I call the DK-FAT method. Just remember this acronym, DKFAT. It's your new mantra for smart supplementation. First, this stands for choosing the right form, which is vitamin D3. Go for cholecalciferol, the master key that your body knows exactly how to use. Check your labels and never settle for D2 again. Next, K. This stands for its crucial partner, vitamin K2. Don't let your D3 be a lonely nutrient. K2 is the GPS that directs calcium into your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. Look for supplements that combine D3 and K2, or take them together. And finally, fact. This reminds you to take your D3 and K2 with a meal that contains healthy fats. This is the delivery vehicle that ensures these powerful nutrients actually get absorbed into your system. Never take them on an empty stomach again. D, K, fat, D3 with K2 with fat. It's that simple. This is your 3-step checklist for success. We started this video with a little bit of urgency and maybe some confusion or even fear that you might be doing something wrong. My goal was to transform that uncertainty into absolute clarity and confidence. You now have a clear, simple plan. You're no longer just a passive supplement taker. You're an informed health architect. Think back to the beginning when I asked you to grab your bottle. Now you can look at that bottle in your cabinet not with confusion, but with confidence. You know what to look for. You know what questions to ask. You know how to make it work for you, not against you. The DK Fat method is your new superpower. It takes you from guessing to knowing. It ensures that the investment you make in your health, both in time and money, actually pays off. You've learned to supplement intelligently. This is how you take control of your wellness, one smart decision at a time. If this video was helpful and cleared up some confusion for you, please do one small thing for me. Share it with one person you care about who takes supplements. There's so much misinformation out there, and you can help spread clarity. And of course, if you want to keep learning how to optimize your health with simple, science-backed strategies, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Thank you for investing this time in your health. Make it a great day.